Jimin sends subtle message to Bang Si-hyuk. Jungkook shows unexpected support. The silence that had been enveloping BTS's Jimin activities was finally broken a little when he appeared in a closed-door meeting with Bang Si-hyuk, the founder of HYBE. Although no official broadcast or press conference followed, news of the meeting soon spread in internal circles and the fan community. However, what was more surprising was not only Jimin's presence in the meeting, but the content of the implied message he conveyed, and how Jungkook instantly responded to it in an unexpected way, according to a reliable source close to HYBE's staff. Jimin arrived without a media escort, dressed in simple clothes, and accompanied by only one manager. In a meeting room where only a handful of important people were present, Jimin sat down before Bang Si-hyuk and expressed his opinion calmly. "I know my position, and I know how much people put their hopes in me. But I also want to be a whole human being, not just a shadow of public expectations," Jimin said, as conveyed by one of the witnesses who declined to be named. Although the sentence sounds subtle, it has a huge weight. Many see this as an implicit message that Jimin is under tremendous pressure, and the meeting was not just a formality, but an artist's honest plea to be able to breathe for a while in the midst of a constantly demanding world. Surprisingly, just a few hours after the news of the meeting leaked, Jungkook, who is currently still actively serving his military duty, made a move that left everyone speechless. In the official military account where he served, Jungkook suddenly appeared in an acoustic music session and sang a piece of a song called "The Truth Untold," BTS's emotional song, which has been known as a symbol of honesty, inner wounds, and pent-up longing. And when it comes to the lyrics, his voice shakes. "I can't show you me, give you me. I can't show you my weakness. Fans are sure this is no coincidence." This is Jungkook's tacit response to what Jimin told Bang Si-hyuk. No need for a press conference. No need for long posts on social media. Jungkook, in his calm yet deep way, amplifies Jimin with music, a language that can only be understood by those who really understand each other. The next day, a photo was caught on camera. A notebook was placed in HYBE's rehearsal studio. With simple handwriting, "You're enough, Park Jimin." No signature, no initials. The army knows. They know who wrote it. They know it's not just a record, but the most sincere form of support from someone who once said, "You are my greatest inspiration." After the emotional message Jimin conveyed to Bang Si-hyuk and Jungkook's subtle support through the song, as well as the mysterious notes in the studio, a domino effect began to be felt on various fronts. HYBE, who has been maintaining the image of stability and emotional balance of her artists, is now in a desperate position. Many considered that the meeting was not just an ordinary meeting between artists and agency officials, but it could be the beginning of a new chapter never before imagined. A change of role, a change of direction. Maybe even a big decision from Jimin himself. South Korean media began to dig deeper. Articles began to appear with sharp headlines such as, "Jimin prepare an open letter." HYBE was surprised by Jimin's honest expression, up to, "Is Jungkook preparing protective measures for his colleague?" There has been no confirmation from the agency, but their silence has made the public even more suspicious. In South Korea's entertainment world, silence often speaks louder than 1,000 press statements. On the other hand, the army did not remain silent. Hashtags like #ProtectJimin, #WeHearYouJimin, and #ThankYouJungkook immediately became a trending topic in various countries. Thousands of fan art, messages of support, and lengthy posts in online communities began to appear, creating a global stream of empathy for the situation at hand. Some fans even compared this to the tough times BTS had in their early career, when their voice was briefly marginalized by an industry that prefers numbers and instant popularity. Even more horrendous, a former HYBE staffer who declined to be named joined the vote through an anonymous forum platform. He wrote, "Jimin has long been carrying a burden that is not always visible to the camera. He thinks the most, feels the most. He is not an ordinary artist, he is an emotional link for many people behind the scenes." When he spoke, everyone was silent, including Bang Si-hyuk. The statement made the public increasingly believe that the meeting between Jimin and Bang PD was not a moment that could be ignored. In fact, speculation began to surface that Jimin might be considering a new role within the company, maybe as a new generation mentor at HYBE, or even something more personal, a long break, or a solo project that has nothing to do with BTS. However, all of that is still uncertain. What is certain is only one thing: Jungkook remains by his side in silence. One of the military training staff leaked that since the news Jimin out, Jungkook is seen carrying a small notebook in the pocket of his uniform, and on the first page it says, "If he ever falls, I will be the one to help him rise again." Back, no name. But the content of the message was very clear. A promise. A reminder that even in a harsh world, there is still room for brotherhood and sincere affection. 1 week after the emotional meeting between Jimin and Bang Si-hyuk, the South Korean entertainment world has not calmed down. Instead, a huge wave of curiosity continues to rush in from all directions, from journalists, industry observers, to BTS's hardline fans. The most frequent question arises: what exactly did Jimin convey in the meeting? And why does Jungkook seem to know more than everyone, yet still choose silence? From an unnamed source, it is revealed that Jimin was carrying a personal document when he met Bang Si-hyuk. The document contained a collection of thoughts, outpourings, and grand plans that he had long considered. Not a contract, not an ordinary request for leave, but rather an appeal to conduct artistic exploration independently for some time. No frills idol group, no pressure choreography, no target figure. Just music and heart, he said, and that's where Jungkook's role becomes even warmer. Because since the last few months, he has quietly set aside his time, even in the midst of busy military and personal projects, to build a private studio with a famous producer from outside Korea. The studio was named Breathe Lab, and fans with their keen eyes began to find clues that the studio wasn't just for Jungkook's own work. In fact, one of the few paintings on display at the studio is a contemporary work of art from Jimin that was previously only exhibited privately to close friends. And now, rumors have surfaced that Jimin will be the first artist to leave the shadow of the label, to release her intimate work on a limited, exclusive basis through Breathe Lab. He's not leaving BTS, a source close to the group said. He just wanted to re-experience what it is to be a musician who is not controlled by numbers and expectations. And Jungkook, yes, he prepared the quietest and safest place for it. Furthermore, Jungkook's support is evident from his Weverse upload that suddenly appeared a few nights after the Jimin Bang PD meeting. He wrote one sentence: "If you want to talk through dance, I'll listen through music. Don't be afraid." No name. There is no emoji. But fans know who is meant. And they cried reading it. HYB itself has not yet given an official response, but one of their actions only made things clearer. HYB labels Korea's official account suddenly followed Jungkook's personal account that they had not previously followed. For some observers, this is not just a signal of blessing, but a form of recognition that control is no longer entirely in the hands of the agency, but it has already begun to move into the hands of the artists themselves. Now, all eyes are on the Independent Arts Festival event in Jeju next month. Unofficial reports say that Jimin and Jungkook will appear incognito, performing a collaborative work titled Silent Fire, a song that is said to be a metaphor for all the pent-up feelings they have kept: pressure, a love of music, and an unbroken bond, though not always seen on screen. Is this the beginning of a new era for them? Or just a short stop in the middle of a long BTS ride? What is clear is that the public, the army, and even the entertainment world can no longer separate the names of Jimin and Jungkook in the context of artistic and emotional growth. They're not just stars. They are two human beings who are learning to be themselves together.